First, we need to ensure that we turn the machine on. Let it boot up. And here we have a vacuum line, this one right here. To refill, all we need to do is just click this button. It'll start the vacuum. And once it reaches the set vacuum, this valve will open and it'll create a suction at the end of this tube. And we can see it open. Once it reaches the vacuum, it's gonna go right there. You can see it opened. It creates the vacuum. And you can see here that the valve is open as well. We can close it from here as well. And once it's done refilling, you sucked all the material out. You can just turn it off. You have your pressure. And then to fill with the hopper, you need to open it. You pour some material inside. Once it has material inside, you can have somebody press the refill button. It'll reach start vacuuming, set to 30, and
Oh my god.
yeah, it'll suck the material in. You can see the valve is open as well, and you can keep pouring until you're finished with the bucket. Once it's done, refill, valve is closed, and we can close the hopper back up. Make sure it's tight. And now we can start the degassing process. First we have to set up the parameters. Oh, it's locked. The password's 4 zeros. You can hit the parameters. This screen is the second screen, degassing. Here we can set the agitator speed for each of the recipes. It has 3 stages, 1, 2, 3. And the first stage we have slow speed for the agitator. The vacuum schedule, the repeat count is how many times it'll run. Vacuum time is the cycle for this step. The wait time after it's done after it's done the vacuum, it'll wait for whatever minutes you set here. Exhaust time, if you want to vent the vacuum and ensure there's no more gases inside. Defoam vacuum is the vacuum pressure that will be set while it's doing the degassing. So it's the same for the 3 steps. This is tank 1 and tank 2. If the material is the same, then we can do it degassing 2. You enable it here, and we can see visually that step 1 is shorter, step 2 should be longer, and step 3 is the longest out of all 3 steps. If in most cases with low viscosity materials, step 1 and 2 are only necessary. If it's a high viscosity material, step 3 is highly recommended and will be necessary because we're going to have lots of small bubbles that will be trapped inside the system, the material. So we'll need to set a high agitator speed. As you can see here, it's 50, and it'll be longer, a couple of hours, say 2 hours. The first one, half an hour, the second one, hour and a half, third step, 2 hours. So the degassing will take very long for high viscosity materials. Low viscosity materials, step 1 and 2 are enough, but it will depend a lot on your material and should be consulted. So once that is done, you can just go home and start degassing. First, it'll reach the vacuum that's set, and then it'll start. You can see the agitator spinning here at 5 RPMs. Same on this side, 5 RPMs, the pressure set to 10. And you can observe to ensure that the agitator is spinning. You can see it that way and right here as well with the coupling. And you can also turn on the viewport LED and look through the glass so you can see the material being agitated. Once the degassing is done, and this time we're just going to turn it off. we can start the feeding process. All we have to do is just click feed. First it will reach the feeding pressure vacuum. Then we'll have increase the pressure here that's required for the material viscosity. Ensure this valve is open. The diaphragm pump will start pumping and feeding the material through this line all the way to the dispensing mechanism that is set. And if we have air bubbles like we do in this case, all you need to do is just vent through the vent knob until they're on this one right here, until you have no more bubbles in the system.